Hey everyone, welcome back to Dazola Designs. Today I'm going to teach you how to make this, a granny style triangle. But first I want to talk a little teeny tiny bit about super thanks. Okay, so this is what you guys see on the video. You go right here to the little heart with the $sign, that's super thanks. It brings up this little side screen right here. You can donate directly to me, $1.99, super cheap, super easy. If you have the means, please consider donating. All of the money that I receive goes directly back into buying yarn, to buying supplies, to make the videos, and I just appreciate it so much. So if you have the means, if you are able, please consider giving me a super thanks, and please consider for all the other creators that you watch. Thank you so much. On to the triangle granny square. I always say granny square. It's a granny style triangle. There we go. It's a super easy pattern. Once you get the hang of it, you know me, I go slow. So this is a slow and easy tutorial. You will need yarn. Today I am using Big Twist Value yarn. It's the same weight and size of Super Saver. You can use whatever yarn you have, okay? Just go on, find the label, find where the manufacturer suggests the hook size, and use that hook size, or you can use a size larger. Okay, again, I'm using 100% acrylic Big Twist Value. I get this at Joann. It's super fabulous yarn. It's a 4 weight. It calls for a 5mm hook. I am using a 6mm hook. Okay, so you will need yarn. You will need a hook. Again, I'm using a 6mm hook. You need a pair of scissors. Cut the yarn at the end, and you will definitely need a yarn needle to tuck those ends and to find the stitches. Once you have gathered all your ingredients, this is super fun one, you guys. Let's begin the tutorial. Okay, everyone, so go ahead and grab your yarn, whatever yarn you're using. Again, I'm using Big Twist yarn. First, we're going to make a magic circle. Please do not get scared. I have an easy way to do this. I know it causes anxiety in a lot of people, but practice makes better, okay? So you're going to take your yarn, put your yarn in between your thumb and your first finger, okay, just like this. And you wrap it around your first 2 fingers, go under and back over to make an X, okay? And then you want to hold that there in between your ring finger and pinky finger. So there's that X right there. You take your hook, again, I'm using a 6mm hook today, slide it under. I call this the northwest quadrant right here. Put your hook under like that, facing downwards. Pull this through, kind of twist it up, and that is your loop on the hook. Okay, if you need practice, just go ahead and rewind the video. You want to hold this right there then. Take your fingers out. Okay, and you want to hold it like this. We're going to chain 3. 1, 2, and 3. Okay, go back and rewind that as many times as you need to. It's no big deal, but after you do that and you feel comfortable with that, this is what yours should look like. Your magic circle needs its magic to be kept in, and you do that by crocheting over these 2 strands of yarn. Okay, so now we are going to continue. Again, if you don't get it, go through and rewind it and watch it again. If you absolutely are having too much trouble with it, you can either chain 4 or chain 5 and then slip stitch it. Okay, to make a circle. Okay, but go ahead and try this because a lot of tutorials call for the magic circle, and you got it. You're good. Let's go on to the next row. Okay, everyone, so we did the magic circle and we chained 3. Now that's going to act as our first double crochet. Sometimes I like to do a chain 2, just because the chain 3s sometimes are a little bit long, and you'll see what I'm talking about. So I am actually just going to chain 2. If you want to keep the 3, by all means. If you want to do a 3 and if it's too long, you can always go back and just chain 2 at the beginning. If you're confused, don't worry about it. Just start with whatever you want to, okay? Again, we are going to crochet over these 2 strands of yarn, okay? So now we're just going to put 3 double crochets inside the magic circle over these 2 strands of yarn. Sounds like a lot, but it's easy. Insert your hook into the magic circle, yarn over, pull up a loop, double crochet, okay, there's 1 double crochet, and if this is too big, you can pull the loose end and just close it up a little bit. Okay. Another hard thing I know, it's difficult until you've been crocheting, is holding the circle. You just got to hold it however you feel comfortable with. Next double crochet into the magic circle, yarn over, pull up a loop, yarn over, double crochet. So the first chain counts as a double crochet plus 2 double crochets gives us 3. Okay, yarn over, insert the loop into the magic circle, yarn over the 2 strands, double crochet. Okay, so yours should look something like this. We're going to chain 2, and then in the magic circle again, over the 2 strands, we're going to put 4 double crochets. Okay, again, insert your hook. I'm going to go a little bit faster now. Yarn over, pull up a loop, 1 double crochet, insert your hook, yarn over the 2 strands, 2 double crochets, yarn over, insert your hook, yarn over the 2 strands, 3 double crochets, insert your hook, yarn over the 2 strands, beep, 4 double crochets. Okay, so 4 double crochets on one side, chain 2, 3 double crochets with the chain 2 beginning on the other side. Okay, so you will see now we can close the loop up, just hold it on this end and pull. You don't want to do it too tight though, because we are going to make the edging when we're done. So don't pull it all the way tight, just enough. Okay, and yours should look something like this. So here's the beginning of the triangle. Again, here's our initial chain, 3 double crochets, chain 2, 4 double crochets in the magic circle. Okay, so now we are going to go on to the next row. Okay, everyone, so yours should look something like this, and we're going to go on to the next row. And once you get the hang of this pattern, it's pretty easy to do. You can make a gigantic triangle if you want to. Okay, so we're going to chain 2 or chain 3. It's your preference. I like chaining 2. Turn over. And in the same stitch right here, we're going to put 3 double crochets in the same stitch right here. So there's 1, double crochet in the same stitch, 2 double crochet in the same stitch, 3 double crochet. Okay, so the initial chain plus the 3 double crochet counts as 4 double crochets all together. Okay, and it should be all in the same stitch. You're going to chain 1, and then we're going to work right here in this chain 2 space. Okay, so then we're going to do 3 double crochets into this chain 2 space. There's 1, 2, and 3. Then we're going to chain 2. And if you run out of room, just scoot them over to the side. Still working in this chain 2 space. 3 double crochets. 1, 2, and 3. Okay. Okay, everyone. So we just, let me move that out of the way, finished our 3 double crochets, okay, in the chain 2 space. So now we're going to chain 1, and then we're going to put 4 double crochets inside the last stitch of this row. Okay, so that's actually going to be on top of the initial chain. And you can see here when I turn it over, here's 1 stitch, 2 stitch, these are actually the tops of the double crochets, 3 stitches, so this is the top of the double crochets, and this one right here would be the top of the initial chain. So sometimes you got to get a yarn needle, or you can even get a smaller hook and kind of really pull apart that stitch, because that's a stitch that you want to work through, and you want to work through both loops, the front and the back one. Sometimes if you just get one loop, it kind of stretches it out and it doesn't look nice at the end of your work. Okay, so if you just go through one loop, that's fine, but try and get like a smaller needle, or smaller hook, or a yarn needle, and try and really get those 2 stitches, because those are the ones that we want to crochet in. Okay, so I'm going to leave that one in there as a guide. I'm going to yarn over. Again, we want to put 4 double crochets in this 1 stitch. Okay, so hopefully that stays like that. So we got, you just got to work your hook in there. There we go. And once you have the 1 in, it's fine. So there's 1 double crochet. You see that? So you want to put 3 more. Two double crochets, all in that same stitch. 3 double crochets, and then 1 more. 4 double crochets. Okay, so we have this cute mini triangle that looks so cute. I love the way that looks. Okay, so let's continue on to the next row. Okay, everyone, moving right along, yours should look something like this. So in the next row, you're definitely going to see a pattern, and this pattern repeats until you are done with the triangle. So you can make it as big as you want. Okay, I think it would be really cool to make a project with just triangles. Ooh, I wonder what that would look like. So anyway, here we go. You want to chain 2 or chain 3, whatever you are doing. Okay. And then again, in the same stitch, you want to put 3 double crochets. So there's 1 double crochet, 2 double crochets, and 3 double crochets, all in the same stitch, okay, for a total of 4 double crochets, okay. So at the beginning and at the end, you want clusters of 4 double crochets, okay. Actually, at the beginning, it's just a chain 1 plus 3 double crochets. Then you chain 1, and in the chain 1 space right here, we're going to put 3 double crochets. So there's 1 double crochet, 2 double crochets, and 3 double crochets. Chain 1, and you're going to chain 1 in between the chain 3, in between the 3 double crochet clusters. And when we come to the corner right here, the middle, we're going to put 2 clusters of 3 double crochets with a chain 2 in the middle. Okay, I even got lost. So 3 double crochets. I'm sorry, did I chain 1 before? I don't think I did. So 3 double crochets, chain 1. Okay, I think I did, but I'll just redo it. And then 3 double crochets. We're in the corner space. 1, 2, and 3. Okay, and again, this is the corner space right here, so we're going to chain 2. You can scoot these over. And then another cluster of 3 double crochets. 1, 2, and 3. Okay, so yours should look something like that. Very, very cute. So we have the 3 double crochet cluster, chain 2, 3 double crochet cluster. Okay, so we're going to work on the other side now. We're going to chain 1, and then in this chain 1 space, we're going to put 3 double crochets. So that is 1, the same chain 1 space, 2, and 3. Okay, and then we're back here on the last stitch. So again, you can turn your work over just to see where these stitches are. Okay, so again, I have my yarn needle right here. We're gonna go, here's 1, 2, 3, and you see how this one is completely turned over. This is the 4th stitch. this is the stitch that we want to work in, like so. There's the stitch right there. So I'm going to keep my yarn needle in there. I'm going to turn it back around. You get some more yarn. There's dogs barking outside. Yarn over. Pull up on this stitch right here if you can. And then insert your hook into that space. And I gotta make mine a little bit looser. Okay, so I have insert my hook into the 2 front and back loops, yarn over, pull through. God, I gotta make that looser. Double crochet, okay? And don't forget to chain 1 in between. So that's 1 double crochet. Let's see if I can do this with all 4. Two double crochets. Pull up on your yarn too a little bit, just so it's loose. 3 double crochets. Okay, here we go. The last one. Can I do it? Four double crochets, and then pull up a little bit. There we go. Yay. So yours should look something like this. Really, really pretty. Again, you want to leave the magic circle loose because that is what really creates the triangle space. Okay, and then when we're done with it, we'll tuck in the rows. So now we are going to start the next row. Okay, everyone, so yours should look something like this. Mine is on the side, but here it is, flat out like that. Very, very cute. So now we are going to start the next round. And again, I will probably do one more round. We'll see. But you can just go on and continue however long however big you would like this triangle. So let's continue here. I'm going to chain 2. And I'm gonna put that second one loose, okay? And then in the same stitch, I'm going to do 4 double crochets. I'm gonna go a little bit faster on this one. There's 1, all in the same stitch. Actually, 3 double crochets, I'm sorry. 2 and 3. The initial chain counts as a double crochet. Okay, so 1, 2, 3, 4 total, chain 1. In this chain 1 space, we're going to, I just want to make sure that I got the right one, put 3 double crochets. So remember, 4 on the ends, 3 double crochet clusters in the middle with a chain 1 in between. 2, 3, chain 1. Next space, 1, 2, 3 double crochets, chain 1, all in the chain 1 spaces. Now we are here again in the corner. Okay, what are we going to do? Put 3 double crochets, 1, 2, 3, chain 2. If I'm going too fast for you, remember, you can always pause it. So 3 double crochets in the chain 2 space, chain 2, 3 more double crochets in that same space. 1, 2, and 3. Okay, super cute. So now we're going to work on this side right here. Chain 1 after those clusters. We're going to work in this chain 1 space with 3 double crochets. 1, 2, and 3. Chain 1. Next chain 1 cluster. 1, 2, and 3. Chain 1. Okay, so yours should look something like this. Now we are at the last stitch again. Turn your work over. Maybe you don't have to do this, but I have to do this. So here's 1, 2, 3, and boy, they're just getting smaller. Here is my last stitch. Whoa, whoa, whoa. That's pretty funny. So I'm going to try to work in that stitch again, and wow, there's like no room in there. But I will try. Make yours loose, don't be like me. So I'm going to yarn over. Here's one side and here's the other side, and you just got to work it in there. Like that. One double crochet. Don't forget about that chain 1 in between. Two double crochets and pull up a little bit on your ends just so they're not tight, because the looser they are, the flatter the triangle will be. 3, and then one more. Can we do it? Yes. Pull it up a little bit. Let me get a little bit more yarn. You see how that one's coming a little bit loose? That's what you want. Okay. And then loosen that one up a little bit. So now your triangle looks very happy and very cute. I think we're gonna do one more row and then that will be it. This is super, super cute, you guys. I'm super excited. So let's start the next row. Okay, everyone, so yours should look something like this. Very pretty, super awesome. So we're going to start our last row now. And our last row, again, we're going to chain 2 or, whoops, let me put that a little bit tighter there. Chain 2 or chain 3, depends on your personal preference, in the same stitch. 3 double crochets with the chain 2 counts as 4 double crochets. I'm going to go a little bit fast in this row. Chain 1, don't forget those chain 1s, okay? And then in the chain 1 space, 3 double crochets. 1, 2, let me get some more yarn here. 3, chain 1, next chain 1 space, 3 double crochets, 1, 2, 3, chain 1, next chain 1 space, 1, 2, oh, I keep catching that one, 3, chain 1. So the next space, if you keep doing that, just pull it through and it'll work itself out. The next space is a chain 2 space. So what do we do in the chain 2 space? We put a 3 double crochet cluster. Well, not really a cluster, just 3 double crochets. 2, oops. 3 double crochets, chain 2. In the middle, remember, we chain 2. 3 more double crochets, 1, 2, and 3. Okay, so yours should look something like this. Super, super cute. So now we're going to start on this final piece of the triangle. Chain 1, 3 double crochets in the chain 1 space, 1, 2, 3, chain 1, 1, 2, 3, chain 1, next chain 1 space, 1, oops, I didn't chain 1, uh-oh, I did chain 1, just making sure, chain 1, next chain 1 space, 1, 2, and 3, chain 1. So here we are at the end again. I made it loose, you guys. Hopefully it's a little bit looser. I turn over my work. I count 1, 2, 3, and 4. Here is the last chain that I am going to work on. Put my, see that? The yarn needle through there. Turn over my work. Yarn over. Let me pull this up a little bit. And here's my chain that I'm going to put 4 double crochets in. It is a lot looser. 1. And remember, when you do this last one, make sure you're pulling up a little bit so it's loose. There's 2. There's 3. And there is 4. Woohoo! Look at how cute that is. Super cute. So definitely leave the middle loose because then it will be flat and even like that. That's what I learned about this pattern. You can also do a border of single crochets along if you would like to, but I like the edge like that, so I am going to leave it like that. In the next part, I will show you how to tuck your ends in. Okay, everyone, so we are done with the triangle. If you want it shorter, if you want it smaller, if you want to enlarge it, that's up to you. Just remember, if you want to make it bigger, it's 4 double crochets at the ends, 3 double crochets in the middle with chain 1s in between, and in the corner right here, it's chain 2. That's the pattern. Super easy to follow. So now I'm going to show you how I tuck my ends in. I'm going to cut this right here, and then I'm going to make a knot like so. Everyone has their own little different ways of doing it. It's all up to you. Okay, so I'm going to start with this end first. Get my yarn needle. Put the yarn through like this. Beep, beep, beep. And then I just weave my ends through. I like going through the back loops only so it doesn't show on the front. And I will go down through here and then just weave it in through here, back loops only again, okay? And I go really like the extra mile because I will weave in all the way till the end, till there is nothing really that's left of the yarn tail. I like to weave in on these points right here. So this is where we did the 3 double crochets in the chain 1 space. So I go through like this one way. Boop. And then you go through the other way. And then you go back through another way. So 3 times back and forth, and that really locks in your yarn. Just like that. There you go. There's one, okay? So I want you to pull this apart a little bit, just so you have that in the middle like this. We want to keep this loose in the middle like that, okay? Usually when you do a magic circle, you pull it really tight, but this time you want to keep it loose. So everyone see what I'm talking about? Then you can pull this strand right here through this way, and then we're going to do the same thing. Put your yarn through the needle like this. And then we're just going to go through the back loops right here, okay? So again, you just go through like this. And I go through all of them again. You've worked so hard to complete your project. Take the same time to weave in your ends. Okay, because whatever project you do, you want it to last. I see a lot of people like want to weave their ends in like a minute or two, and that's why their projects fall apart. Just take your time and then go back through one more time so it's really locked in there. Just like that. Cut it. And you are done. Super cute. You can block it if you've seen my, I don't usually like blocking, but there you go. Very, very cute. Thank you so much, everyone, for watching. If you like my video, please consider giving me a super thanks. Please consider subscribing, and or please consider becoming a member to my channel. Thank you, everyone, for watching this. I hope everyone is having a good day and we will see each other or talk to each other in the next video. Bye.